Hello and welcome back to our France campaign. So, last time we expanded a little bit and now we once again have the dreaded truce with France. Now, there are a couple of ways out of our truce with France. First way out of our truce with France, we die. And that seems like a fairly likely scenario. We're 61 years old and we have poor health. We have a ton of positive health traits, but fundamentally, we're on poor health, so at some point we're just going to drop dead. France are 41 years of age, and he is also on poor health. But there is a major difference here. He has infected wound and aggravated wound, which means that if wounded goes away, all of a sudden this guy's going to jump to good health, right? Might even jump to excellent looking at some of the buffs that he's got. So, although he could die, it's very unlikely that he does die. And then the third way that we get out of our truce with France is we kill him, basically. That's the third way. We deliberately go in here and we murder him, which we're probably not going to do because we're not very good at murder, are we? Yeah, it's not our strong suit. Anyway, so that's what we could potentially do. Other things that we should think about with France is what kind of claims are we going to press if the truce is gone, right? Because the truce could end at any moment, right? As we previously said, the truce could end tomorrow. We could just drop dead. France could drop dead. Truce is gone. What do we do? Well, currently, what wars can we declare? We don't actually have to declare a war. We can just have a look. So we got individual county, individual county, individual county, two counties. Okay, and then this one gets us a single county. So currently, our best war is Count Pierre's two-county war, which I'm not that interested in, because Count Pierre probably, he doesn't hold land anywhere near these two counties. It's just a terrible war for us, really, because it would mean that our land's going to be split all over the place. So, that's currently our best war. So we need something better. We could potentially go and start fabricating claims on France, which might be fine. How much French land do we actually need? We need 37 out of 43, so we need another 3. And we need to do it within the next 78 years, otherwise the Duchy of Aquitaine and all of these other ones will become part of Brittany, which would then reduce the amount of land in France we have percentage-wise. Like, France would hold more French land by percentage, even though we would literally hold the same land that we held previous to that. But we're definitely going to do this in the next 78 years. So, somebody suggested that we could potentially use the Pope, which is a okay idea. I mean, the request claim does exist for a reason. Now, we can't request a claim on France because we're already a king or an emperor and there's no getting around that. But if we have a look at these ones, potentially there's something we could do. So let's see here. So, Pope's opinion of us is plus 50. If we do this, I think, yeah, you can see that we have 100 opinion with the Pope has 100 opinion of us, which means that we're getting half value, right? So we're getting half the opinion, or we're getting half the bonus of our opinion. So if we assume the same for France, the Pope likes him at 52, right? 52 out of 100 currently, which is pretty high. If we could change that, that would probably allow us to get a claim, right? If we could somehow make the Pope hate him, I'm trying to think how much we need. So if we get our 26 back, that puts us down to minus 70. The problem is, that gets us to minus 70. Even if he hates him at minus 100, we're still at minus 20 because I'm an adulterer or fornicator. We would need the Pope to like us more and to absolutely despise this person. Okay. How about here? It doesn't do anything for us. Okay, how about here? Doesn't do anything for us. Okay, so that's claims on France. What if I have a look at this guy, for instance? Can I get a claim on you? Oh, you're much more likely to say yes to that one. So, he's a child as a positive. He's a lower rank than you as a negative. He doesn't like the child. But the problem is, like, if we go to the best that we can get here, we're only going to get another 49. Which I believe that means that we're minus 5 away. Which is, yeah, that's not going to allow us to actually get that title. Let's just have a look at a few other ones here that we've looked at. Request a claim. He likes the target here, but it would again be -5. It's the exact same calculation. If he hated him, it would be -5, and he doesn't hate him. Champagne? You're almost certain. I can't even request a claim on this because you're a theocratic vassal. Yeah. Flanders, I guess you're my last one to look at. Yeah, you're still not interested. Now, I do wonder whether if we excommunicate, you get an additional bonus from excommunication. As in, if we were to excommunicate the King of France, I'm wondering whether you get an extra bonus to him giving you a claim on that person's title. However, the main problem is the -100 because he actually likes the King of France. If this went away, he would actually excommunicate France. So how do we make the French king, or how do we make the Pope not like the French king? I don't entirely know. I don't think that there is a good way to do that, apart from excommunication, which we can't do. Because we would need them to have a negative opinion to even do that. Yeah, I don't entirely know what I could do here. I mean, I could kill the Pope, but that's basically just rolling the dice that the next Pope hates the King of France. Yeah, I just don't think there's a way. I don't think there's a way to get that claim to happen. It's an interesting idea, but not for right now. So that means that we got two options. We either fabricate a bunch of claims, or we get some claimants into our court. Now, is there anyone who actually has a claim on this? Because you're only 1 year old. 1 year old. I might be able to press your claim on it. Oh, but your husband has landed. I think we may have done this already. Yeah, I don't think there's any way that this is happening here, unfortunately. Could we get Bedford? Is that reasonable? What I'm thinking is, if we were to somehow get Bedford, there is a way that we could make this happen. But I still don't think it's... Yeah, I don't think it's the right path. What I think we should do is fabricate some claims. If we fabricate some specific claims, aiming to get a duchy as well, like to get that thing where you get like, oh, your person did very well and he can get you a duchy, I think that's our best chance of getting a lot of land. Especially as we can fabricate claims in multiple duchies, which would then allow us to that would then allow us to get more land in a singular war. Yeah. So then I'm going to have you fabricate a claim. Now, people have suggested that I might want to grab Paris, and I think that's a good idea. Especially as we have some extra domain limit here. So I'm wondering whether, you know what? How about you just start right here? Just get me a claim in Paris. I'll take you 22 months. Fantastic. Other things that we need to do. Let's have a look at our character finder. So we're going to do a little court marry. We're going to do a little sorting of gender. Do a little age sorting. Okay, so Dobroslava, you need to be married to somebody in my court. You're a lowborn. Oh, let's do... Yeah, the married court filter. And then we'll take off the inheritable traits bit. Okay. Well, you, 35, you're going to marry Randolph. He's a lowborn. He's equally as unimpressive as you are. Wonderful. Let's just send that one through. In fact, that just goes through immediately. We have our daughter. We'll worry about her later. We have Amelie. Now, Amelie has no special traits whatsoever. She's the child of these people. I think we can just marry her off. We want to marry her not to ruler. You know what? Why don't we do that? And then we'll just find somebody. Are you the heir to this title? Yep. So no. You're the heir to nothing. You're somebody's cupbearer. Perfect. You're going to marry this person. Be gone. Yes, that'll get rid of her. Although she is lowborn and we were marrying lowborn to lowborn. So like just for our small amount of RP. Although we're not doing a ton in this playthrough. Let's just say lowborn. You're going to marry this fella. Okay. Right. Send him off. And then that's all the women. Right, let's go to the first of the month. My vision got cloudy. Hey! I shouldn't be excited, but actually it's one of the first times we've had one of these traits. It only gave us 9 per... Oh, that gave us 9 experience. So it says it progresses every year. So I guess it doesn't progress up to the next tier every year. It just progresses a little bit. So you might only get like a partial increase each year. So this might take a long time to get real cloudy. Okay, fair enough. Right. Oh, I still have people in my prison. Yeah, that's true. Why don't I get 10 gold for you and 9 gold for you? And do you want to leave my prison yet? Nope. All right, well, enjoy life in prison. In fact, you know what? Just for that, you are getting sent to the dungeon. There we go. If you're going to be in prison, you might as well have the negative health modifier. Right. Let's have a look at the men in my court. So, all of these people need to be married off. And we're going to go quite quickly for anyone who doesn't have a positive trait. In fact, you know what? We're also not going to marry off anybody who has a... I want to do this, actually, for this one. Anyone who has a negative trait, we're also not going to marry off. So you're not getting married off. You're getting married off to somebody... There's only 4 people, so this person. That seems fine. You have a negative trait. This doesn't have... Yeah, only has 1 positive, but it's not worth us doing. You're going to get married off to this person. Not going to spend too long on it. You, again, another lowborn. You're going to get married off to this person. Oh, were they both in my court? Oh, she must have already been in my court. Okay. I don't know why I didn't marry her off previously. Maybe I misread her age. Anyway, that's fine. That works perfectly. Gilhelm, you are going to marry this person. Walter, you are a noble, so we're going to marry you off to somebody. How about this person who's got robust? Also, Lutzwin's been in our court before. Wait a second. You know what? No, you're going to bring her back to our court. She left for some reason, but you're going to bring her back. Okay, Adrian. We are looking for a larger age range for you. Going to marry that person. You have a negative trait, so we're not going to marry you off. You're a genius. Okay, yeah, I would have loved to marry you off to a genius. Is there anything I've got in here which is restricting that? Catholic is probably the main thing that's restricting it. Well, I guess you're going to marry this person, even though they are a noble. That's fine. Yeah, we're okay with that. Then Pierre. Again, I guess you'll just marry this person. That's fine. Right. Yeah, somebody noted we weren't doing a lot of roleplay in this series. We're kind of doing, like, ish, right? But obviously we're not doing it, because when we had the shy character, we were non-stop inviting knights, right? We're just kind of letting it roughly guide what we do. My trusted stallion is getting old. His stride is not as swift as it once were, and the fire in his eyes is fading. If I want to keep his lineage alive, I should find a good match for him. Okay, now I have no idea what any of these mean for us, so let's see here. What would we go for? We're compassionate, we're impatient, and we're shy. I have no idea. I was trying to hope that something in here was going to give us some kind of inspiration. I don't know. How about we go for endurance? We go on a lot of trips. Also, is that a part of the story? Nope. Nothing will ever update the story apart from the fact that he's a warhorse. Okay, the story system may have been a little oversold. That's what I'm going to say about that. My prisoner died. Well, perfect. That's why we stuck him in the dungeons. That was the entire purpose of that. Fearful troops are monthly income per stress level. Well, currently we're getting 0 extra income per stress level because we don't have any stress. Let's have a little look at our dread. We have 9 dread. Okay, well, we'll take fearful troops then. It's technically better. Won't earn us a huge amount, but it's technically better. Alright, yeah, also, while I'm here, let's remove you. And then, oh, I forgot to marry off my daughter as well. Wait, did I not marry you off? Oh no, because I didn't marry off the people who have negative health traits, yeah. Daughter. Borislava needs to be married off. Okay, who was she previously married to? She was previously married to Prince Nicholas of Denmark. We did previously look in here and just see, but is there anyone in Denmark you could marry now? I don't suppose it would let you marry him. Let's clear this. No. Yeah, I don't think there's anyone in Denmark that you can directly marry. Could maybe marry this guy, Eben. See the heir's heir in Denmark? He is actually. I don't know, let's see. Would you marry my daughter? You would. Okay. So in 4 years... Yeah, she's going to be a little older, but I think that's fine. Yeah, we'll send that one through. Yep, that's okay. Oh, I lost my warhorse, but I gained an enduring warhorse. This character has a warhorse with great endurance that follows through every command. Prowess, prestige, and stress loss. Okay, what does the story say? Your warhorse is named Bank. She is a mare. Oh. Do I need a name for the warhorse? Maybe there'll be an event at some point. Can I get my alliance back with you? No. But when you die, we do get an alliance with you, which is good. Because we get an alliance with his son. Count William has come here and given me some extra renown. That was very nice of him. No, my warhorse does not have a name. Okay, well, wonderful. Glad to see it. How's the claim going? It's been 4 months. Okay. Right, we'll give Marie her tooth, and oh, we've got another disease. You want radical action? Of course you do. Okay, I mean, that's probably not going to reach us. That's fine. Okay, enters the Toulouse and isolate capital. No, 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 no. We could hold court, I suppose. Let's do it. There's no point in holding court, but it is something we can do. It's been a while since I arrived in your court. I've carefully observed how you rule and address realm matters, both small and grandiose, and I've been nothing but impressed. There's a tale of a legendary ruler amongst the Aster Leoneses. Oh, okay. Well, I don't really need that, so I'll just take the 200 renown. Thanks. My liege, smiles and laughter are a great indicator of a lively court. Oh, okay. Thus, I have a suggestion for someone who would make a great jester to entertain us who could come to visit. My liege, if I may, a jester will ruin the sophisticated air of this court and replace its refinement with crude infantile humor. You want me to put this person in as my jester? This person who's already in my court? No. Dust to dust. Oh, I'm sorry, Your Highness. My village in Nantes was hit by a blight this year. We lost not only our crop, but our seed too. We have nothing. We shall starve without help. Yeah, so we'll do crop sharing, where every county with 15 or fewer development gets this. Which actually I think is 0 of the counties. Maybe we don't want that. I actually always go for this, but actually it doesn't make sense, because all of our counties have like 20-something development at the very least. I guess I should do this one and get the building construction reduction. Yeah, okay. Let's do that one instead. Also, I have 6,000 gold. I should be building. I already am building. Okay. I should be buying men-at-arms. And specifically that one. What else do I want here? We do have a person who improves our armored horsemen. And we have a person who improves our crossbowmen. Could just get another lot. Could get these retinue lancers. They're absurdly expensive. But they are like twice as good as the armored horsemen. Yeah, they are absurdly expensive though, but actually per month they're not that bad. Per month they're the same. Yeah, okay. It's just the upfront cost. Well, that's perfect then. You know what? Give me a full one of those. Yeah, now who has money? Not me. Right, and then wait, are you stationed? Not stationed. You're stationed. Let's get rid of you. So you're in that one. Okay. Just because these guys are going to get a much, much bigger bonus. Cool. That seems good to me. Yeah, and that solved our money issue of having too much of it. Right, let's unpause. Hey, it was a success. We prevented the epidemic, presumably only from reaching our lands though, as in these bits of lands. But really, it's not going to stop it reaching here. Our main goal is to stop it reaching here, right? Like, stop it reaching our actual holdings. It can hit our vassals' holdings as much as it likes. We're not that worried about it. We finished something here. I don't have enough money, or we can't build anything in that court. And I have a little bit more money. Let's have a look. Ooh, this got a new advantage. Got a new thing. I get advantage in plains now with it. Also, it gave 24 advantage in forest. I didn't even notice that originally. That's insane. That's really, really good. That's like an entire commander's amount of advantage. I mean, our commander is like, what, 25 skill currently? So the fact that that gives 24 by itself means that if we fight in forest, it's like we're fighting with a commander who's twice as good as our current commander. And the way that you can work out how good that is for you is each point of advantage that you have over the opponent is worth 5% damage, right? And if we assume that our commander is equal with the other commander, it's going to be neutral. We're going to assume, and that like that plus 24 is like a bonus on top. So assuming a neutral situation, that is worth 60% increased damage for us, because it's going to be half of that. So it's going to be 12 times by 5, 60% increased damage. That's what that says if we fight in forests, which is absurd, right? That's really, really good. Yeah, that just makes us a huge amount stronger. Anyway, carrying on. Maria Welf is no longer our executioner. Why not? Oh, because Lothar, the old Welf, died. Okay. So now you're in charge of Anhalt. Yeah, this is a little bit of a weird thing with Crusader Kings. So her brother got some land, so therefore it grabbed his close family into his court, right? So it moved Maria into his court. The thing is, Maria is married to our player heir, so she shouldn't have moved into his court. She should have stayed in our player heir's court, or they both should have moved, right? One of them shouldn't. Like, it should have been they both move to the new court, or they both stay in our court. It shouldn't have been that only she moves, but that's just the way it works. And yeah, and she won't move back either, which is just very weird. Anyway, how many languages do I know? 6 out of 8. I get bonuses for languages, and I don't know hers. Let's learn her language, whatever it is. It is High German. The bonuses we get are in here. So we get 3 court position aptitude while, per known language. You know, I was thinking of things to do. Let's hold a inspection, now that I remembered that we have it unlocked. Inspections don't cost very much. It's going through our lands, and it will give a buff to our actual lands, which I think will be pretty good. I don't really want to go on trips to give buffs to ourselves, because we might just die. But, you know. Oh, also France died. We can just declare war on France. Okay. But yeah, I don't really want to give buffs to ourselves, but I can quite happily give buffs to the land. Although it doesn't matter, because I'm about to go to war with France. I don't have my claim currently. Pierre's is the best claim. I don't really like it. Oh, never mind. Arnaud can now press the claim for Duchy of Toulouse because he's now 16 years old. Wonderful. That's actually really great timing. Okay, well, it's nice when everything comes together. We sort of planned that as well, in a way. I mean, we gave him the land, we set up the situation. I just didn't remember that he was going to turn 16 then. Accusations of witchcraft. So I can release her and get stewardship lifestyle experience, upsetting the peasants, burn her, or she can become my advisor. I don't need her to be our advisor. I'll let her go because I don't care about the peasants in my capital, because the peasants in the capital love us. Is that correct? That is correct, yes. Plus 45 opinion of us, even with the minus 25. Right. Now, I think we're just stronger than France at this point, even though it looks like they have more troops. I think that they just have a ton of levies. Yeah, so we have 12,000 levies. They have 20,000 levies. So 8,000 of their 9,000 troop advantage on us is levies. And levies are garbage. Levies are 10 damage, 10 toughness. Let me compare that to our skirmishers. These are our worst units. They're 12, 19, right? So even our worst men at arms are better. But if we compare them to like these guys, this is 417, 139. Like, they're worth a lot more than a single levy. Let's just put it that way. Right. Duchy of Toulouse. Let's head over here. Neighboring ruler won a war. France won a war against this person. The resistance against his father. Okay. That's fine. Hey, we got some land. Head over here. Sieges are so quick. I do not... Well... Do I need outside help for this learning a language? I don't think so. No, I think I'm fine. What's this Duchy of Toulouse? This one. Okay. What else is Duchy of Toulouse? Oh, this one down here, apparently. Let's just head over there. Here, we got some prisoners. Let's see. Garbage. Money. Pretty bad. Right. Let's head over here. Let's go get our next siege. See, is there a forest around here? There is. Perfect. You know what? Let's just be a little bit sneaky here. So I'm going to move my army here. They're going to come and de-siege the nearest thing. And then we're going to go and destroy their army. Yes, Onfroy can join us. Let's head up here. Am I in... no, probably won't be in Fog of War. Although I don't know if the enemy even will use Fog of War properly. But what I want them to do is go into here and yeah, start sieging. And then we'll catch them in this one afterwards. Let's go. So I'm hoping that they retreat into the forest. Which they did. Okay, now they get defending in forest. I still think we're going to win here. I think this is going to be really good. I've become friends with Count Gilbert. Alright, I mean, that's fine. So we're going to catch them in here. Now, they're going to get defending advantages, but I think that our bow, assuming that we're leading, which we're not, we're now leading, I think our bow is going to make us win this. Let's see. So, we're at 21, they're at 24, but we should get an extra plus 24 because we're fighting in forest. Just wait a second or two here. Also, knight check. We have a 32 prowess knight. And they have a 3 prowess knight. Okay. I just need it to do one tick. There we go. So their advantage is 44. So, but they get a ton of bonuses. So defending in river crossing, defending in forest, they get a ton of bonuses here. But look at us. All we have is prize bow, really. And that's plus 24. And that means that we actually end up with a higher amount of advantage to them. Which, in reality, gives us a 40% damage increase. Which is insanely good. Especially as we are already significantly stronger than them. Nice. Good when the plan just works, huh? Wait, did we wipe both armies? We did. Okay, so that was 280 we lost. They lost 17,000 troops. Retinue lancers and armored horsemen are insane. Our knights killed 300, which is double their levies. And yeah, you can see the number of kills, but yeah. Wow. Okay. Prisoners? You're not good enough. Werner? You're worth 80 gold. I'll take my 80 gold. Let's head over here. Right. And France, I believe, now has 0 armies. Is that correct? Well, yeah. They have the mercenaries they just hired plus the levies that reinforced. That's all they have left. They're raising them here? That seems like a terrible plan. Like, why would you do that? Like, I'm just going to come and stack wipe them. Aching bones, that's fragile bones. Okay, lowers my life expectancy, which is pretty horrible. Lowers my prowess, lowers everything. It's just pretty horrible, all things considered. I have won the war, though, but I am also about to die, most likely. Yeah. Anyway, I think I'll just enforce my demands. So we get all of this now, which I don't think is enough to take France, but it's definitely enough to get us another duchy. Okay, let's have a look at the Kingdom of France. I need 2 more counties, but that's a pretty big chunk of land. Okay, yeah, also where are we? So don't care about that one. This is the 4,000 man army that, like, they didn't even raise, like, this was only levies they had in this army. Like, they had levies and knights. It was just a slaughter. We don't even need to look into it. That was just a slaughter. It was a very terrible decision to raise their troops there. Knight of Lance can be improved. Let's upgrade this. So this is going to increase our army damage by an extra 10%, and it's going to make Glory Hound vassals like me more. Nice. Okay. Let's unpause. Right. And then in here, what do we want? You know what I do want? I want to go in here and turn off enemy army. There we go. Yeah. The Kingdom Come Deliverance music in theory is good, but a lot of the music is just kind of randomly picked. I think it just kind of randomly plays as well. It's a little intense for this game. Anyway. So, we went down here, we got this, we got this. What else did I work on? Oh, I got Vibrant Court. Yes, so better guests will be attracted. Do we want anything else in here? Probably not. The rest of this is pretty bad. Apart from, like, bureaucrats is pretty good, but the rest is pretty bad. Do I want to give every member of my dynasty increased fertility? Maybe, but yeah, none of this really matters to me. I don't really need any of this. Hunt and feast cost is alright, but we're kind of moving past that, actually. Title creation could be nice. We might actually do a lot of that by the time we unlock that. Yeah, I don't entirely know. Grand weddings being cheaper is okay if we were going to hold them, but we'd have to actually, like, commit to holding them. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just seeing what else we got in here. I think House of Warriors is probably the best one that we can take still. Like, it has a lot of good stuff. Yeah, you know what? I think Squire traditions is very good for us. So it means dynasty members are less likely to die or get wounded in battle and have a higher chance of gaining prowess when serving as knights. I think that's really good for us. I think we're moving into this path now. Right. Cool. That's fine. And I think I just unpause. Yep. And then we can see whether we learn this language. Oh, I have prisoners as well. You're worth 30 gold. You're worth 10 gold. Okay, wonderful. It's all fine. Fragment of the True Cross needs repaired. And let's see if I learn this language. You want me a claim on the Ile-de-France? Wonderful. Why don't you get me a claim on Beaumont next? Okay. Also, there's a good chance that France ends up with a faction that replaces the ruler at some point soon. The reason I say this is that we just destroyed all their troops. So their military power is very, very weak. This doesn't matter. Modifier will be removed when they lose this court position. This has been broken for like so many patches. I'm going to give my son Jacques a boost and then like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Basically. It just doesn't work. Again, distress level. I'm not going to convert to a new religion. I might like do this. That's because my friend died. That's why we're stressed out. You know what? That's a fair reason. Very fair reason. Oh, I did manage to upgrade that. Let's get the next castle on that one. It's good use of our money. Alright, did I learn the language? Failure! I can start over, except I can't because that would then increase my stress level to the next level, which will then give me a negative health modifier. So no, I'm just unable to learn High German, apparently. Let's upgrade farms and fields for more money. and we'll upgrade the hospices for more money, legitimacy, plague resistance, all of that sort of nice stuff. Cool. And I think that might be where we... Oh, actually, let's go a couple days forward. Even though the game has not crashed recently, we'll still save on the 1st. My lover died. Oh no. Well, that's not good. She died of consumption. I gained a lot of stress from it. Now we invited to King Almeric's coronation. Wait, the King of France invited me? Why would you do that? That's a terrible idea. Okay. Well, I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. And next time we will go see the King of France and see what he has to say. I guess we'll go steal his claims. Yeah, I think we can do that via that. Is that actually in the disease? No, it's outside of the disease. But we are effectively going to... Oh, we're going to the one next to the one which we got a claim on. Okay. Yeah, okay. We can do that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.